Can a rookie finish preseason with a 9-assist, 1 turnover night, and actually make you forget he's a rookie? Stefon Castle just did exactly that in the Spurs' 133-104 win over Indiana. The 4th overall pick closed exhibition play, looking less like a first-year player and more like a floor general who's been running an NBA offense for years. With Chris Paul managing minutes and the season opener at Dallas days away, Castle's decision-making might be the key that unlocks San Antonio's offensive potential. Let's dive in. What's up, Spurs fans? Welcome to Spurs Quick News. Quick, sharp, and all about the silver and black. Let's set the stage. Stephon Castle averaged 11 points, 2.4 rebounds, and 3.6 assists across the preseason, while playing excellent defense. Not eye-popping numbers on the surface, but here's where it gets interesting. His assist-to-turnover ratio climbed throughout the exhibition games, peaking with that 9-assist, 1 turnover finale against the Pacers. That's a 9-to-1 ratio in a game where he had the ball in his hands as the primary initiator. For context, Castle shot just 25% from 3 during the preseason. That's the weak spot. But when you're making the right read on nearly every possession, hitting 9 different teammates for buckets, and only coughing it up once, that's elite processing speed for a 20-year-old rookie. He finished 5-9 from the field in that finale, adding 16 points, 2 steals, and 2 rebounds in 25 minutes. The efficiency screams under control. Here's the question for you. If Castle can maintain that AST-2 ratio while his 3-point shot catches up, are we looking at a future all-star facilitator? Drop your take in the comments. At UConn, Castle played off the ball more often than not, sacrificing individual creation for team success. He was clear at the draft combine. "I feel like my true position is a point guard." Now, with Chris Paul in veteran management mode, Castle gets extended run to prove it at NBA speed. Spurs coach Greg Popovich praised Castle's execution in the preseason finale through assistant Mitch Johnson, who highlighted how the rookie made the right play numerous times in a row. That doesn't sound flashy, but it's exactly what Pop's system has always rewarded: high IQ basketball that prioritizes the best shot over hero ball. Castle's processing in pick-and-roll situations improved visibly throughout the preseason. He's patient with his reads, uses screens effectively, and punishes defenses that help too aggressively off Wembanyama. The spacing around him matters. When the Spurs executed their sets with proper floor balance, Castle dissected defenses like a veteran. He's not trying to force home run passes. He's taking what the defense gives him and trusting his teammates to finish. That's a Tim Duncan-level philosophy for a rookie guard. One tactical note: Castle's ability to attack closeouts is underrated. When defenders sag off him because of his shooting inconsistency, he's got the burst and body control to get downhill and create for others. If his outside shot reaches even 35% this season, which is realistic given his mechanics and willingness to shoot, defenses won't be able to play him the same way. What do you think? Should the Spurs give Castle the keys as primary ball handler in certain lineups, or does he maximize his value as a combo guard who can defend multiple positions? And hey, if you're enjoying this breakdown, tap that subscribe button. You'll never miss the latest on this new Spurs era. Castle's preseason usage tells us the coaching staff trusts him. He started all 5 exhibition games and logged solid minutes without being overextended. The Spurs are clearly prioritizing his development while managing expectations. With Chris Paul handling veteran duties and facilitating, Castle's role will likely fluctuate between starting shooting guard and secondary playmaker depending on matchups. From a contract standpoint, the Spurs already exercised his third-year team option for 2026-27, a procedural move, but it signals organizational confidence. Castle is locked into the rookie scale, meaning San Antonio controls his rights through at least his 4th year. That's the timeline they're working with. Develop him now, decide on the extension later. The rotation flexibility is real. Castle's 6'6" frame allows him to slide between point guard, shooting guard, and even small forward in certain lineups. That versatility is gold in today's NBA, especially when you pair it with his defensive tenacity. He's not just a playmaker, he's a disruptive on-ball defender who can switch across multiple positions. The reality check? His shooting. Castle went 1-4 from deep in the preseason finale, and while one make on 4 attempts shows willingness, the overall 25% mark is concerning. Good shooters don't typically fluctuate that wildly unless there's a mechanical inconsistency. The goal for this season should be 4 attempts per game at 35% attainable based on his college tape, but it requires commitment. Your turn. What's the ideal closing 5 for the Spurs this season? Does Castle crack that lineup based on his current skill set, or does he need to prove the jumper first? Let me know below. Let's be clear-eyed about where Castle stands. He's not walking into the season as a finished product, and that's okay. The playmaking flashes are real. 9 assists against 1 turnover isn't luck. But the shooting woes are equally real, and NBA defenses will exploit that until he proves otherwise. The Spurs need Castle to thrive in a versatile role alongside Chris Paul and Wembanyama. That means spotting up, cutting intelligently, and attacking closeouts when defenders run at him. His craft around the rim and ability to draw contact give him scoring avenues even without a reliable jumper. Think of him as a secondary playmaker who can initiate but doesn't need the ball in his hands every possession to impact winning. One actionable insight for Wednesday's opener at Dallas. Watch how the Mavericks guard Castle in pick-and-roll situations. If they go under screens consistently, it's a sign they don't respect his pull-up yet. If they fight over or switch aggressively, it means the preseason film has them worried about his downhill creation. That adjustment will tell you everything about how opponents view his offensive ceiling right now. The Spurs are building around Wembanyama with a blend of veteran leadership and young talent. Castle is the wild-card rookie who could accelerate this development if his game evolves on schedule. The playmaking is ahead of where most expected. The shooting will determine how high his ceiling goes. Here's the deal. Castle's preseason finale was a glimpse of what the Spurs are betting on: a high IQ, two-way guard who makes winning plays. The question is whether he can sustain that decision-making over 82 games while improving his efficiency from distance. If he does, San Antonio's young core might surprise some people this year. Before you go, subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss our Spurs breakdowns. This rookie class is loaded, and Castle's development is one of the stories to watch all season long. If this breakdown gave you a sharper perspective on what Stefon Castle brings to the table, smash that like button and share it with a Spurs fan who needs this context heading into opening night. Subscribe so you're locked in for every move in this new era of silver and black basketball. Stay silver and black, peace.